Hello, Crystal Palace. Welcome to the Upper Norwood Library Hub's Library Live Lunch. This is intended as a forum for sharing positive and inspirational local stories, useful information, entertainment, and keeping the community connected. So my guests today, this connects to Mental Health Awareness Week. My guests today are Jake Alexander and Amandine Olivier, who are my colleagues at Crib Notes, the South London Parent and Baby Choir. I'm speaking to Amandine first. So Amandine, hi, great to have you on the show. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. Jake is in the background with our daughter, so you might hear some background noise at some point. I apologize.
It's all right. It's fantastic. Everything being just what it is at the moment is great.
Exactly.
So tell us a bit about Crib Notes and where it came from.
So Crib Notes is South London Parents Choir, and I'll tell you more about the concept in a minute. But actually, where it came from originally, it was set up by a lady called Ruth Rutledge in southwest London back in 2011.
Wow.
So there were a few singing groups that are almost a decade old, really. But Ruth actually, her focus shifted about a year ago, and she asked us to take over the groups. So Jake, a lady called Eleanor Russell, and I think you've heard of her, teamed up as choir leaders to bring this group to life and also to bring it a little bit further east. So we started a group in Beckenham a little while ago, and earlier this year we started a group in Crystal Palace, which we're going to tell you a little bit more about as well in a little bit. And as for the name, we had a little bit of a brainstorm. First, just the three of us, because we wanted to find a name that was really inclusive. We didn't want anything that, as much as it's mostly moms on the maternal leave who join us, we also wanted to make it a little bit more open, because we also have dads joining us and they are very welcome, and there aren't many things for dads, and we wanted to make sure that they were part of the picture and that they felt welcome. And also, you know, anyone else who looks after young kids really could join us, carers, grandparents, anyone. So we had this little brainstorm, which we opened up to our existing singing groups, and a lovely lady from our Streatham group came up with this name, which we really, really, really liked, Crib Notes. We liked the play on word, and we went with that. And we set up a CIC, a community interest company. So for anyone who's not familiar with this, it's basically a little company who runs like a charity, so no dividends, no extra profits above, after salaries, and it's basically run like a charity without all the administration, which we wouldn't have time for. So yes, that's
because
the background.
The person doing the admin is you, in fact, along with all the social media and
yes, that's right.
pretty much everything else. So, tell us a bit about the ethos behind it. You've touched on it already.
A little bit, yes. So basically, the idea was to create a safe space and welcoming space for new parents, mostly, but again, also anyone who looks after young children, to come in the daytime with their little ones and do something for themselves. Here we're singing, but the singing is for the adults. We're not singing nursery rhymes, we're singing pop songs and folk songs in harmony, and we're creating something really, really worthwhile, and the children are welcome in, as they are. They might be teething, they might be grumpy, they might need feeding, they might need changing, but it's a very relaxed environment, so you can do all this whilst we're learning the songs and we're warming up, and everyone is in the same boat, so it feels like an extended family.
And actually, following on from that, one of the really, really important things is the cake afterwards, isn't it, as well?
Yes, absolutely. So what we do is we meet up, we have the warm-up, we sing, obviously, and at the end of the singing, we take turns in each of our groups to bring some treats, so biscuits, cakes. Sometimes it's homemade, sometimes it's bought on the way there. It really doesn't matter. But the idea is to have something sweet to get our teeth into after the singing, and just to hang around and chat and relax all together.
A bit of social space afterwards.
Exactly.
Yeah, lovely. I'm just going to say hello to Kat, Nick, Laura, Eileen, Andrew, Maria, and Graham, who we can see on the various Facebook feeds. I should have done a tongue twister warm up this morning. Facebook feeds. It's lovely to have you guys. Thanks for joining us. Some of them I know as choir members who have been joining in with our Crib Notes morning sessions, as well as the Palace a Cappella and Quaggy sessions. If any of you have any questions or comments or anything, please do give us a shout on the Facebook feed along the way, and we will do what we can to answer them. So Amandine, you sort of started talking about this just now, but tell us how it all operates under, let's say, normal circumstances.
So under normal circumstances, we meet up. We have one group every weekday. Is my one making too much noise?
No, it's fine.
Let me know. Give me a sign of some kind if we need to move her along. She's playing with her wooden toys.
I think we should maybe say at this point actually that my one's nickname is actually Mini Crib Note.
She is.
And she's
our mascot.
Yeah, it's our mascot. And she does appear at sessions sometimes, and sometimes in the Facebook videos at the moment, sort of running around and joining in.
On lockdown, she loves breakfast so much that we do it in 2 installments. So around 11, which is when we go live, she has her second bowl of cereals. So yeah, that's.
I did hear her this morning on the Facebook feed saying "bravo." I think.
Yes, yes. She congratulates herself when she finishes her bowl of cereals.
Oh, that's lovely. But I think it's actually really nice, given what we're talking about, and especially I think in Mental Health Awareness Week, there's a connection in my brain there. It's actually just really lovely to see you guys as you are, just that this is, you're operating out of your family home, and my one is part of that.
Absolutely.
So, lovely.
Part of it, and she's definitely making the space her own at the moment on lockdown. I'm sure it will resonate with a lot of people. It's because we can't really go to our usual haunts. We are mostly at home or in, outdoors a little bit, but we've got to keep her busy, and she also keeps herself busy by methodically going through every room in our flat and making a mess mostly. But it's part of the whole thing. So
absolutely, and also I'm sure informing Crib Notes in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's I think people are pretty used to seeing her at the back messing around, and it's quite nice, really.
Yeah. Well, definitely it fits with the ethos.
Yes, exactly. It's the idea. It's bring your little one. We mostly have babies and toddlers in our groups. They can be, sometimes they're just a few weeks old. They're so tiny when their mum or dad joins us, and we see them grow. We a year on, they've grown with us almost. It's really it's really lovely as well. It's a lovely experience to see the little ones evolve and react to the music. I think that's what the really nice thing about a parent's choir is, that you do something for yourself as a parent. It's something that benefits you, and it's something that you enjoy. But the little ones actually really enjoy it too, and they pay attention. And when they get a little bit older, they start humming the tunes. And we get loads of lovely feedback from our singers, including some where they talk about how their kids are asking to go to choir, or asking for the singing, asking for the songs, singing the songs in the car, singing the songs at home, in the bath. Sometimes we receive little videos as well on our, we've got some private conversation groups with our existing singers, and it's really lovely. It's a really nice way to all keep in touch and keep the little community going. And it's really nice to see the kids.
We do sometimes get videos of some of the the children actually singing harmony parts, don't we?
Yes, that's lovely. Yes,
That's so
they wouldn't know which one is the tune if their mom or dad is singing part 3. Well, they're going to sing part 3, and that's it. And it's really nice.
I'm just going to say hello to Samantha, Sarah, Lady Boot, who've all joined us. If you've got any questions along the way, please give us a shout on the Facebook feed, and we'll try and answer them as we go. So before we got a bit distracted by my one, we were talking about how Crib Notes operates under, let's say, normal circumstances.
Yes. So under normal circumstances, we meet up either in a community space like a dance studio or in a pub. And actually in Crystal Palace, we meet up at the Great Southern, which is at the bottom of Gypsy Hill. I'm sure most of you will have been. It's a lovely, lovely space. And we rehearse in the back. And the lovely thing about rehearsing in the pub is that you're already relaxed, right? When you get there, it's a really relaxed atmosphere, and you can grab. I mean, I'm a coffee lover. You can grab a really, really, really good coffee from the bar, a hot drink. You really make yourself at home, and that's the idea. The idea is that there's no pressure. It's a singing group where you come and enjoy yourself, and it's not about. I mean, there is a performance aspect because we rehearse usually towards a performance, but it's not the main event, really. The idea is to come do something for yourself, to feel better, to feel part of a community, and to enjoy yourself.
And actually, just following on from that, since you've mentioned the Great Southern, I'd love to just give them a proper big shout out, because they've been absolutely fantastic. They've been so welcoming. I literally walked in one day and proposed the idea, and they said yes immediately. And I think about, 2-3 weeks later, we ran our first session straight after Christmas, and they've been so accommodating and so helpful. And as you said, Amandine, the coffee is really good, so we're all very grateful for that.
And the lunches.
And the lunches, yes, that's very true. Yes, and we do actually stay for lunch fairly regularly with our members there because it's so good. So yeah, fantastic. So let's go on to how we're operating now.
So absolutely. So it was quite an abrupt change. Obviously, I'm sure you will remember a couple of months ago, the official guidelines were a little bit blurry. So we were kind of feeling our way. Literally day on, day off, like, oh, should we carry on? Is it okay? Is it safe? So we carried on a little bit, and then the social distancing, without very clear guidelines, came up, and obviously we had to stop meeting up physically. And you and Jake were very quick to think on your feet and say, okay, we're going to go online and we're going to keep people singing. I think what's very interesting is how it evolved, and we had to make a few decisions very quickly. There were several options. We could have gone a certain way, which would have been basically opening up a Zoom session for our existing singers, where they would have to pay to get in and access the session. But we had to think fast, and the idea, really, what we were thinking was that this lockdown was going to impact people and their mental health in quite a dramatic way, and we decided instead to open it up to anyone who wants to join, make it free to join, and anyone is welcome. And we all sing together. So we decided against putting a paywall. And what we've done is on our website, cribnotes.co.uk, we have a special page. So cribnotes.co.uk/singing breaks, where we have all the material, all the resources of the sessions. And we have a donation button for anyone who feel like they can and they're able to, and there is absolutely no pressure, because we know that a lot of people found it financially very difficult over the past couple of months, But if people can, then obviously we really, really, really appreciate. But again, there is no pressure. But I was saying is how interesting it is how the singing breaks evolved. So you and Jake went live pretty much the next day, the day after the lockdown was announced, and say, okay, we'll just get people singing. We'll do a few breathing exercises, a little warm up, something fun just to keep people singing. And as the days went on, it became more structured. And Jake has been busy doing a lot of arrangements. All the songs we sing are original arrangements from our team, from Jake. So that's quite special as well, and it's all a cappella. We never have hardly ever have we never have a backing track for sure, and we hardly ever have accompaniment. And yes, so it went from day on, day off, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, to actually this week we are learning this song, and then on Friday we have a little bit of fun with a pop song, and it's working really well, and we're getting such lovely feedback from people who are really enjoying themselves. Some of them are joining us every single day, others as and when they can. Some people catch up because the videos happen to stay online afterwards. So obviously we are live Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. But if you can't make the 11 a.m. rendezvous, then it's fine. You can catch up afterwards and you can still learn the song.
Fantastic. Thanks, Amandine. I think let's just, we're going to go on to a demo in a minute, but before we do that, you sort of touched briefly on the mental health aspect anyway, but let's just talk about that a little bit more. It's well documented that singing is a good thing for all of our mental health and well-being.
Absolutely. So there are several benefits, really. I mean, without going into technical details, because I'm no doctor myself, so I don't want to say anything wrong. But you've got some physiological benefits from breathing more deeply, because to prepare for singing, and also from the posture. You check in with your posture, your breathing. So it's almost mindfulness in action. It's a way to check in, and also it releases muscle tension. We do stretches and everything, but just the fact that standing tall and singing out it really helps with this whole upper part of the body. Obviously there are also sort of more palpable benefits somehow in the fact that it's hard to explain without getting into technical details, but basically singing, it's well documented, releases positive neurochemicals into the brain. So a bit like if you've exercised, for quite a while, and then you've got sort of these the endorphins flowing into your brain. It's the same with singing. So it's very positive. It's really good for your general well-being. You feel a lot better. You feel uplifted after a good singing session. And it's been shown that the impact is much higher when you actually sing. It's also really good to listen to music, to lift up your mood. But when you're actually singing, the impact is much higher, and it's very beneficial.
And I think adding on to that, also the benefits of community, and sort of singing with other people is even better than singing on your own
in the shower. Definitely.
Yeah.
But still good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what is actually lovely is that even though we can't sing together in person at the moment, that people are commenting and kind of chatting with each other on the Facebook feed and things while we're doing the online sessions, and that's really, it's not the same, but it's really important.
It's still a connection, and it's really lovely to have to keep this connection going. And to keep the community feel going as well as all singing together.
Absolutely. Definitely. So I think at this point we should get everybody who's watching to sing.
Yes, absolutely. And that is not going to come from me. That's going to come from Jake. Jake? Yeah. We're going to swap.
Brilliant. We're going to do a switch around. Hi, Jake.
Hiya. Feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
I know, it's been a whole half hour or so.
Okay, so shall I teach you a song?
Please
Okay.
do.
All right.
And actually, when you say teach me a song, I'm really hoping that everybody who's watching at home is going to sing along with me, so I don't feel like I'm on my own. So Jake is going to teach us a song.
So actually, just to give a bit of background to this. So if anyone from Crib Notes or Palace a Cappella, Eleanor's community choir, or my choir, Quaggy Community Choir, is watching, they'll know that we're currently in the middle of a sort of virtual choir project using a Scottish folk song called Cor the Yows. So various singers from those choirs and from other choirs too, and indeed from no choirs at all, have sent their recordings in, and we've even made a little video. However, the editing is quite cumbersome for virtual projects like these, and we're still working on the final video and the audio. We hope to show it to the world very soon. But here's what I've been getting around to. So we're planning on doing another virtual choir project to coincide with Make Music Day, which is on the 21st of June. This is the song that we're hoping to do for Make Music Day. It's a little round which I've written called Those Who Wish to Sing, and it's based on a Swedish proverb which reads, "Those who wish to sing always find a song."
And actually, I seem to remember that you wrote this one specially for Crib Notes this year for World Voice Day.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So it was just a few weeks ago. Yeah, I found a couple of hours in my day to do that. Yeah. So this is hot off the press. All right, shall I teach you it, Eleanor?
Please do.
Okay. So it goes. Those who wish, those who wish. That's how it starts. So, those is your first note. Do you want to try that, Eleanor? Or shall I sing it one more time?
One more time.
Those who wish, those who wish. Now you and
those who wish. Those who wish.
Lovely. Then it goes. Those who wish to sing. I'll just sing that again. Those who wish to sing. Those is your note. And
those who wish to sing.
Good. It continues. Always find a song. Should we take that a bit at a time? So,
yes, please.
Always. Let's do those alwayses. And
always.
Lovely. Always find a song. And
always find a song.
Brilliant. All right, well done. Oh, such a great student. So the way this will work is that we're going to hold a singing workshop online on Make Music Day on Zoom, hopefully with other community choir leaders involved too, and their singers as well. And we'll teach this song. And once the singers on Zoom have learned it, we'll make a video of them singing it. They will have the option of either recording themselves at the time or later on using rehearsal tracks. They'll send us their recordings and we'll put it together into a lovely musical track, complete with the video that we've made on Zoom. So another virtual choir project there down the line. So I have to tell everyone now that actually me and Eleanor kind of cheated, and we did actually record the song separately yesterday because, as you know, veterans of online choirs will know, it's actually impossible for us to be able to sing together over the internet. There's too much time lag. So we recorded our parts separately, and we or I put them together into a little demo. So I have now a sneak preview of those who wish to sing with both of us, and of course, it just features the two of us for now. Shall I play a little bit of it?
Yeah, I think just before you do, I'd like to say that I specifically asked Jake to do this because one of the things that Jake does on a regular basis, which gets always very excited feedback, is that he has a loop pedal. And it says a lot for my upbringing that I heard when he first said it, I heard lute pedal. That's what being brought up by a historical musicologist who specialises in 13th century minstrelsy does for you. But what he actually said was loop pedal, and this is a regular feature of our singing sessions, and I really wanted him to demo this to you guys for anybody who's not seen it in action before. So yes, please, let's have a
all right. By the way, I love lute pedal. That's how I think of it in my head now. All right, so yeah, here it is, just a minute or so. Those who wish, those who wish, those who wish to sing, those who always, those who wish to sing, find a song. Song.
Awesome. That's beautiful.
So actually, you haven't heard that yet, have you?
No, I hadn't.
You sent me your part, but so I hope, as you can hear, as our audience can hear, just with a simple round like this, just sort of 20 seconds of music, there's so much scope for kind of repetition and gradual sort of expansion. So it's perfect for a virtual choir project because we really don't need to ask very much of people, just a quick recording, and then we can make, hopefully we can make something amazing out of it.
So I think before we move on, I'm springing this on you, but would you mind playing that again and you sing one part along so that everybody at home, having kind of had a quick go at learning it, can maybe sing along?
Yes, okay. I'll tell you what, I'll turn it down slightly so that you'll be able to hear me sing, okay?
Great. So guys at home, get ready to sing. I won't sing because it will be horribly out of time across Zoom. So right. I'll leave it to you, Jake.
Those is your note. And it's 3, 4. Those who wish, those who wish, those who wish to sing, those who always, those who wish to sing, always find a song, those who wish to sing, always find a song. Song. And of course, traditionally with rounds, because the entries are staggered between the different parts, we started first, and then at the end you hear all the other parts finishing after you, which is why there was that long gap at the end.
Thanks, Jake. So I hope you guys at home sang along and had some fun with that. I think the most important thing now is just how can people find out more if anybody watching wants to be involved with the virtual project, or in fact to join any of the other Crib Notes sessions. What's the best way?
So we'd love you to be involved with this. So get in touch with us at Crib Notes anytime between now and Make Music Day on the 21st of June. Of course, we do different songs every week, and we do a pop song every Friday. There's loads of stuff going on, so the sooner the better. yeah, come and sing with us. 11 a.m. every weekday, and it's free. um, I should also mention as well that Eleanor and I run sessions on Tuesday evenings as well under the banner of South London Home Choir. So if you happen to generally be free in evenings, but not in the daytime, then that might work well for you as well. Those sessions also get streamed on Upper Norwood Library Hub at 7 p.m. on Tuesday evenings.
And I think all of the Facebook, we're on everything. So we have a website, cribnotes.co.uk. We're on Facebook as Cribnotes, and also Instagram and YouTube and Twitter as well. So do have a look at those. I think all of those links are with this video. And yeah, it'd be great to have you join us. So thanks so much, Jake and Amandine. That was really lovely. Great to chat to you in a slightly different capacity from normal.
Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Thanks, guys. So just to move quickly into the Library Hub live streaming program. So Cribnotes is part of the regular Library Hub live stream programs every morning at 11 a.m. through the Upper Norwood Library Hub Facebook page. But the live streaming program is huge and ever evolving, and this also includes things like children's stories, cross stitch with Alice, Edible Garden from Tanya. What else? I should write all of these down so that I remember them. I think we have dance now, we have yoga, we have mindfulness, all sorts of things. So please do check out the live stream program and tune in for anything else that takes your fancy. Next week on the live lunch, I am going to take a day off. On Monday, it's Bank Holiday Monday. I need a day off, and I think everybody working in the background of this doing the technical side probably does too. So we will be back on Tuesday, and I'm going to have a couple of things, especially for half term next week. So things that any parents watching, if you want to get your kids to come along, there'll be demos, things that they can join in with, maybe some things to give you some ideas if you're looking for new stuff to try at home. So more on that probably on Sunday when I do a great big publicity thing. So have a check then. In the meantime, have a lovely bank holiday weekend, stay safe, and we will see you back here at midday on Tuesday. So take care for now. Bye.